And hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL in the Trenches. Frontline Prediction League in the Trenches here on, it was almost Saturday. It's Easter. It's Friday. We're doing it weird. It's after WrestleMania. It's Frontline League on Twitter, Frontline Prediction League on YouTube. That's this YouTube channel. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Please do. There's a lot of fun stuff on here and a lot of stuff coming today. I'm your co-host, Scott. Joining me, as always, is BeerMe. How you doing, BeerMe?
No, I'm doing all right. I'm a little drained, but other than that, I'm doing all right. How about yourself, Scott?
I'm good. We're joined by Miley, my dog, here as well. She is literally next to me and is being a big suck and wants to go outside. So we're going to go after we record this. So yeah. But WrestleMania was last weekend. It was very big, very huge. We had Supercard of Honor, we had Stand Deliver, and the actual WrestleMania. For our actual thoughts on that stuff, we'll be getting to that next week on Top of the Card. That's Top of the Card Pod on Twitter. And it's a podcast available on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Play, Google Play, whatever they're called. All that stuff will be like next week recorded and going from there. But this is the Frontline Prediction League one, FPL, with our house show Supercard, then our main shows Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania. And first off, thank you to everybody who participated in that. It was some of our biggest attended events. I think Mania is the record holder, according to GMSG, who does all our stats and profiles and all that stuff. He, I think, said it was our biggest before everybody even had their picks in, so that was awesome. The writing by myself, Red, and CT, as well as Captain Krulix Blackwell. He wrote his match. I forget even which night it was at this point, forgive me. But he wrote his, and like that was all in, and a lot of it was pre-done. Stuff had to be tweaked because we had a draw here and there, but that was all done for that side of things. And of course, all the graphics from CT. The videos I did with the countdown show. Thanks to guys who did the promos for that. That was very cool. And once he saw it, he's like, oh, this could be real fun next time. So we've got ideas for the next one already in place. So please keep an eye out for that. We might do SummerSlam, but we're definitely doing next year's WrestleMania. I can say that much. So, and through all of that, all this craziness, was the actual shows themselves, which were fun. And ours had some crazy momentous stuff. So bear me. We got 3 shows to go through and talk results. So we're not going to go super long, as my dog is doing stuff in the background. You'll probably see her walk in. There she is. As you see stuff. Hello. Yes, I have a guest now. As we go through the stuff and talk about the shows and the results, we're going to see really some major moves as of Mania. A lot happened on that one. That was just insane. So, BeerMe, let's dive into this. And keep in mind, Rebellion's next weekend. That's the Impact.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so we got that coming up too. But let's dive in here with Supercard of Honor first off. It is, the most important part of it is James Blake retaining his European Championship over Danny the Light Jordison by a point. It was a BeerMe special, and it was very close, and I think it came down to the main event. But James Blake did defeat Danny the Light Jordison to retain the FPL European Grand Prix Championship and take it into basically Stand and Deliver and Mania. So he came in as the reigning Euro champ looking to get double belts. And Danny almost did it. Like we said, if anybody was going to, it would be this time. Whoever it was had a shot against him because of all the other stuff going on. But nope. However, he's got to defend at Rebellion in a week. So, Miley, go on. No, back up. Oh, the joys of having a dog and recording stuff. She's trying to get under the computer and get in there. Oh, boy. So, Blake won. Now, we're not surprised by that, right? Like, he's clearly running away with this and making this thing awesome. But it is kind of the new...
A little bit,
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, no.
For everybody watching the video for this, my dog is being very cute. We did also have the Barroom Brawl Hardcore Tag Team Open Challenge issued by the MBPA, sponsored by their MBPA IPA. Alexander McKennedy and Dion Blade did defeat the good guys, Kier 1 and Jonathan Z.T. Martin. Match of the night, myself and Redhead 12. And Symphony of Destruction members, Ralantando and Payne. I had fun writing that. It was a lot of fun. We did like the old Donnybrook match. Inspired, though, by the old APA Barroom Brawls. So they won that one handily. That's fine. They can do that. That's good stuff. Momentum onward into WrestleMania, which did work out. Non-title match, Luke Gray defeated the world champion Josh Dionio. So, Luke, not just pinner of champions, but he's pinner of world champions and contenders. So, Luke making a name, looking to make a stand, basically, here at Supercard. Hardcore match, James Costner did defeat Tino. Some bad blood there. Sheriff Dog defeated Mark Harper. Hiroshi Moses beat JJ Rocky, the American title contender. Alpha Dog defeated Camp Popplestone. Memories defeated Captain Krulix Blackwell and Dahlia. That's the match that Krulix wrote. Halloween Horror Nights hardcore match.
That's a really good one.
Atlas Kiyama and Rick Gillen defeated Jason Blades and Rate Wrestle. Broken Nerd defeated Static. Actually, there was a point by that last one. Broken Nerd defeated Static. Smooth Rock defeated CJ Hawk, Roman Pierce, and the Midnight Rider. Sebastian Escobar defeated Modstep. Escobar. Mr. Glee defeated Ash, the American champion. El Cid beat Wookie. The Gaffer beat BeerMe and Supreme Rock. BeerMe, what happened?
Tony Khan didn't give people what they wanted, Scott. That was the theme of Mania Weekend.
That's true. Michael Marsh defeated GMSG and Papa Snooch. Lexi Brigg beat Kurt Cult. CM Carlito beat 3J Platinum. The Arbiter beat Justin Jordan. Sorry, went to a no contest with Justin Jordan. Billy Grayson beat Bastion. Let me say that again. Billy Grayson beat Bastion.
That was his first match, I believe.
Billy Grayson, in his first ever match, beat Bastion. I'm talking to
That's true.
Miley is right here in my face. Yeah, he did. Yeah, good girl. Halcyon beat Key. So, Billy Grayson won his first match beating Bastion. And got over immediately in doing so in our results and stuff. Because like, oh my god, somebody beat Bastion, what? It's fun when that stuff happens, right? Like, it shouldn't, but that's the stuff. That's Action Andretti beating Chris Jericho. And I don't mean that like the person's a nobody. It's just,
right.
Who the hell is this?
Right, no.
How did he win?
Right,
what?
Yeah.
Like, it's that. It's awesome. I love that. So, yeah.
Hey, both people in that match had an eventful weekend, so it's all right.
Yes, they did. So, yeah. I'm not going to go through the full details of this because we've got 3 shows to go through, but please check out the write-up. We did, like I said, write a lot of this in advance. I think CT looked at it, and the earliest match was 56 days prior to the event. Like, that's how early it was written. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of cool stuff in here, especially with the newcomers and things like that. Broken Nerd, Static, the Jason Blades match here. The Halloween Horror Nights, like I said, that was a fun one. Go check this out. It's insane. It's fun. I just saw the words King Kong and Godzilla. I love stuff like that. So, yeah. Alpha Dog and Camp Popplestone. Please check this stuff out. There's a lot in here. There's the Barroom Brawl, the Euro title. And, yeah, it's super fun. Lots of fun. But let's keep going. It's time for Stand and Deliver. So we go to this one now. Boop. Stand and Deliver was Saturday, afternoon. And it main evented with a non-title match for the tag champs because it was all champions. It was the world champion Josh Dionio and the European champion James Blake, who will do battle at Mania hours from this, defeating the tag champions Shades and Smiles, CJ Hawk and Lexi Briggs. 46-38. And we always joke, normally the world champion does not win matches like this, but he did. So SOD was on top in this one. SOD was kind of on top of the other one. They didn't lose, but it was no contest. Raul Nintendo and Payne went to a no contest with Kier 1 and Hiro Shin Moses. And then Symphony of Destruction was on top as JJ Rocky and Sheriff Dog, the American contender and a hopeful contender, defeated the Simple Creatures reuniting, Modstep and Chappers. So that's a lot of Symphony of Destruction. That's a lot of noteworthy stuff for them. Oh, and their Mania weekend would continue, wouldn't it, BeerMe? Yeah, well, we'll get there. We'll get there. How about the Pick Your Poison matches? That was a fun reveal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
GMSG defeated Midnight Rider. That was my choice for Lee. And Red beat me. That was Lee's choice for me. It was 25-21 for both of those. Both outsiders had 21, and the mystery picks had 25. That's weird.
It was funny because when the cards got leaked out, or when they leaked out, or not leaked out, but leaked out like it's real wrestling. When the cards got revealed, I looked down the list because I was looking for all of our matches to see what we were facing. It's like, Jim Shee, you don't have a match on here? And he's like, wait a minute. And he's like, no, me and Red are facing. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I know, we forgot to
later. Yeah.
We forgot to make the fake match for it.
Yeah.
But it was kind of fun because like they had to act like they weren't facing each other, or like had to act like they were. Yeah, it was pretty funny. And of course, the way we wrote that was I had GMSG and the writer just not really go full tilt, but do. And Red and I, we just made a mockery of it. Whatever. It was part of the fun. We had the two 5-way matches, or 6 ways. But Kennedy, Papa Snooch, Captain Krulak, Danny Delight, Michael Marsh. That was no contest. Dion Blade, Kurt Cult, Supreme Rock, Rab, Static, and Gaffer. Dion won. Now, Matt wasn't in the other one. He didn't get his picks in. He was actually at Mania and didn't get to put the picks in time for this one. He was in for his Mania picks, but he wasn't in these ones. He would have been in that first one. Who knows? Maybe he would have won. El Cid beat the Arbiter. Cam Popplestone beat Perk Angle. Rick Gillen beat 3J Platinum. J Mac defeated Cammy Cat. Jonathan C.T. Martin beat Sebastian Escobar. I think J Mac and Cammy Cat needs a hardcore stip listed there because there isn't one. Or I may be mistaken. Oh, no, she had minus points because of the late submission. That's right. James Costner beat Mr. Glee. Luke Gray beat Ash, so that's another champion he beat in back-to-back days. That's wild. The American champion. Ray Russell beat BeerMe. BeerMe, what happened? 10 points.
Schism and Roxanne.
Yeah, it's also Ray Russell. He's good. So, right. You're not
and the Butcher.
Bastion beat Chef Urban, so he bounced back. Smooth Rock beat the Alpha Dog. Broken Nerd beat Tino. Jason Blades beat Wookie. Roman Pierce beat Justin Jordan. Mark Harper beat Billy Grayson. Memories beat Viper 1711, newcomer. Woe beat Jut Jut, and Starzy, newcomer, beat Nerea, newcomer. So, again, there's the achievements for that, and then here's the results. Please, go read through these guys. Again, I'm not going to go through the full details here, but there are all the match results here with details and fun stuff. Basically, yeah, especially the Pick Your Poisons. We had a lot of fun with those, so yeah. Creatures and Symphony. I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Excuse me. So, yeah.
Bless you.
There was insanity there. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Miley. Hi, good girl. So there was a lot of craziness in that. There we go. I got you. There. So a lot of craziness in that one. And then we go over to WrestleMania. So WrestleMania. Hi, yeah. This is the most awkward of these I've had to do because she keeps jumping up. And it's funny, but it's like, don't hit the keyboard, don't hit the mouse. Yeah, she's right here. There you go. WrestleMania. So, this show is big. It's very big. We have a new world champion, BeerMe. A new world champion. The FPL world champion is also the FPL European Grand Prix champion, James Blake. Two-belt Blake is reality. Something we didn't think would happen, but, it could. Here it is. He's got both belts. He's defending...
He's under new management.
That's what he's under new management. He's defending a Rebellion, and I believe he's also defending a Backlash. I may be mistaken on that. We'll find out shortly, because I forget. It's all a blur. But we have a new world champion. We'll get to the details of that stuff after, though. We'll jump in there. We also have new Continental Tag Team Champions. First ever 2-time Tag Team Champions. It is the must-see good guys, BeerMe Jesus, that's you, and the GMSG, defeating Shades and Smiles in a back alley First Blood hardcore match. So you've got the belts back, BeerMe.
We did it.
The fun part is, your first challenger, as we get to it, is very interesting.
Oh, I know. That's what I wanted.
Now we have a new American champion because Ash did lose in a no DQ 60-minute Iron Man match to JJ Rocky. It did go to a tie, but we have a rule for that, and JJ actually got it because I think his points, there was like bigger points in how it worked. Like I truly forget how it works, but you go into our Discord, you can see there. CT figured it out, but it was a bigger set. So Ash, the reign is over, and JJ Rocky has won.
The Rocky era.
And lastly, the FPL Canadian Championship did not change hands. Because by 1 point in a Watson rules match, Monkey Bong defeated Smooth Rock to retain his title.
Wow.
So Blake kept the European at Supercard. Monkey Bong kept the Canadian at WrestleMania, and everything else changed hands. The Musty Good guys got the tag titles back. JJ beat Ash for the American, and Blake won the world from JD.
Yeah, if Cody would have won, Smooth would have won.
Yeah, I think it was down to that.
So it
yeah,
came down,
yeah. We were thinking like, there's going to be a new Canadian champ, all titles. Nope. However, Bastion did defeat Jonathan C.T. Martin in the match where the loser could not challenge for the FPL World title for a full year. Because of course you did.
He did.
Of course you guys made sure of that.
A lot of salty people about it too. It's great.
Stuff happened. We'll get there. Cero Miedo Deathmatch. Sebastian Escobar defeated the Alpha Dog, and I'll lump this one in there. Noose Collar Deathmatch. Scott, defeated the Midnight Rider. I had much better picks in some cases than Lee did. But Lee, he says that he's been distracted here and there, so didn't follow it as much, and some of the wrong people lost as far as he's concerned. But I got the win. I'll take it. So far, the only person to ever defeat me at WrestleMania in like 6 events now, or whatever it is Matt Zion at our first FPL Mania.
What a legend.
It just digs in. Like, if not for the person that I should have won because he just picked randomly, I would literally have like a 6-0 streak at Mania. Because it was a 17 or 18. It was 18, right?
Yeah.
Because it was a tag match in the Outsiders, and then it was against Lee. No, it was against Red, and then it was against the Strays.
Mm-hmm.
And it was against Bomber. It was against Lee, and I have the one loss against Matt. So yeah, I'd be 6-0. I'm 5-1. Can never undo that. They were out of order, but I still got them all. But yeah, damn it. Anyway, Costner beat Luke Gray. So Luke went on this run of beating all these champions, and then Costner beat him. So
sounds about right.
Yeah. So that's a pretty big one. Speaking of big, top of the card podcast. Hi, Miley. Fall from Grace deathmatch. Hiroshi Moses defeated Ralentando. Ralentando basically said he was going to retire if he lost that. Stuff happens. Keep an eye on character check. Keep an eye on what's going on there. Some craziness going on there. Atlas Kiama did not defeat. Atlas Kiama and Rick Gillen defeated Jason Blades, kind of. It was no contest, so there's no winner. Hell in a Cell match. Payne defeated Kier 1. Rate Wrestle beat Chef Urban. King Nerd beat Roman Pierce. More on Nerd as we go. Ultimate X, FPL Continental Tag Team Championship. The MBPA won that. So they won 2 multi-team matches. They beat Annex Asylum, Light of the Cult, Matt and Rab, Strays, and the Brits. So what happens there is we rematch the Must See Good guys versus the MBPA. And we see if the MBPA take those belts again.
We got to get our win back, you know?
That's what happened last time. Like, their rematch, kind of, like, their chance to get the belts back is from the people they took it from in the first place. Oh, the intrigue on that is awesome. I love that. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Red had her birthday open challenge. Red defeated Mr. Glee and Chappers. That's awesome. Red's Mania run goes well as well. In the Elimination Tables FPL American Championship number 1 contender hardcore match, Mark Harper got the win handily, defeating Sheriff Dog, Woody, Tino, and Modstep. And he also won the Battle Royal. And they were positioned back to back.
Good.
So he eliminated 30. He tossed out 29 and then took down 4 more. Basically, like it was kind of a cool way to do it. So in the Battle Royal, I had fun writing that. It was a fun way to go in there and go nuts with it. So yeah, this could be our next American champion, Mark Harper. Like,
yeah,
we'll see.
That match will be interesting. I don't know who I'm gonna pick yet.
He already made his move too. We'll talk on that. The Arbiter beat Camp Applestone. Orstella beat Camicat in the Los Angeles Hardcore Street Fight. Yes, Orstella is back making picks here. Perk Angle beat X. J-Mac beat Captain Carlito. CM Carlito. Halcyon beat Jack Frost. El Cid beat Memories. 3J Platinum beat Jut Jut. Dahlia beat Woe and Justin Jordan. And Billy Grayson won his WrestleMania debut, defeating Nayara, Viper, and Starzy, all the newcomers basically, in a match. And Billy Grayson got the win. So let's scroll a bit. There's a lot of achievements. There's a lot of write-up stuff, but I've got a highlight list here that I'm going to go through because this is the better way to do it. So, Mark Harper wins the Battle Royal and the American Contendership. He called a shot for a steel cage match against JJ Rocky at Backlash.
It's good stuff.
So I like a lot of this already. Like he's made his move. He won this, he won that, and he's going after the title. And like JJ might not be able to get his feet under him. He might only have the belt for a month before he loses. So we'll see what happens there. The MBPA won the tag team contendership, and as mentioned, the Must See Good guys won the tag titles. That match will also happen at Backlash. So,
all right.
By the way, there you go, BeerMe.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Grayson, the newcomer of the weekend, turned heel and joined forces with Rick Gillen to take out Black Cross Light. If you remember the Countdown show, London's Favorite Son, that was Billy Grayson. That was that promo.
That's good stuff.
It was super fun to have a thing like that be in there. It's like, oh, coming soon to the FPL. Like it's cool to be able to do that. So we were very happy to have that. And I love it because Billy Grayson got so over with the Bastion win and then turned heel. It was like, I love it. It's great.
Right.
Jonathan C.T. Martin and Sebastian Escobar joined forces to form the Kings of the FPL tag team. However, Broken Nerd attacked CT's daughter and joined FBU. BeerMe, what?
It's kind of wild, right?
What happened? What?
About like GMSG said in general chat about a year ago, me and him were just talking around, just playing video games or whatever, and none of us could beat Broken Nerds. So we're like, well, if I was just mentioning, I was like, well, if we ever had a fourth guy, he would kind of be that guy. And he's like, yeah, but he's like, the timing isn't right because he was on this run of like defending one of the championships that he had. I think it was the American one. And he was on like a big streak or whatever, just rolling through everybody. Or he was just on a big win streak, and he was a big face. So we're like, all right, we'll just, and didn't really think about it too much after that until like the King of the Ring stuff happened, and then he beat Bastion, and I think it was Roman Pierce in that triple threat, and we just started talking, and like, yeah, that guy's kind of our kryptonite, and I was like, if there's ever a fourth guy to be added, we should probably add that guy. And Bastion's like, I was just thinking the same thing. And then she's like, well, I'll reach out to him if you want. We're like, all right. So we reached out to him. And I think Jim G said at first, he's like, well, he doesn't really know because he hasn't had the best luck with factions. And Jim G told him, he was like, we've been around forever. It's not like we're going to break up anytime soon or whatnot. And he's like, all right, well, let me know when you guys want to do it. And then we were going to do it at Rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
But then CT's like, do you guys just want to do it at Mania because it's a bigger moment? So then we asked Nerd or GMSG asked Nerd if he was really wanting to join, and Nerd said yeah. So we all ended up voting that we could just do it at Mania. I didn't know anything about the CT and Escobar stuff because that was cool. I was reading that, and I was like, oh wow, that's awesome too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just came together all kind of at once, and it was pretty cool. It was good stuff.
No, the when I was reading it, because I was reading through and I got to my match with Lee, and I was reading like, it's this. Like a good knockdown, drag-out brawl, but then getting to CT versus Bastion, it just felt like a Mania match. There was something to it that, like, normally I write those ones. He wrote it, and I'm like, I told him, like, you nailed it. It felt like Mania. Like, it was above what had come prior. It was just so great. But then, like, the Escobar stuff happened, Match of the Night got involved, and then Nerd was like, oh my God, what is happening? Well,
It was funny. It was funny because CT messaged GMSG, and he's like, well, what do you think about this idea? And GMSG messaged us back, and it was about his daughter. And I was like, well, I guess there's really no better way to get heel hate than knee somebody's daughter in the face, right? And Nerd was like, let's do it.
I mean, I made Lee one of the biggest heels by having him attack my dad in the front row once, right? Like, like kids were there, so like it's the kind of thing like you go after a kid. So so major.
Yeah. Heel. I mean, we had 3, now we're at 4, now we got another heavy hitter. So
yep. We'll see what happens coming up. Payne left Symphony of Destruction and has challenged Monkey Bong to a Canadian title shot. No date there, but I believe probably Backlash, honestly. And James Blake took over as leader of SOD now that Ralentendo has retired. So, I mean, it makes sense. Blake won the Rumble, nearly won King of the Ring, goes out there, is still a European champion, wins the world title, and is basically the top guy leading SOD, who won damn near everything they could this weekend.
Yeah.
And he's someone who debuted at Forbidden Door last year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the best. I love it. And of course, there's more to come. There's more because Rebellion's next week. So there it is. Rebellion is next week. The European Grand Prix Championship, James Blake will defend. That is happening. I can confirm a match where JJ Rocky and Monkey Bong will face each other. So the American champion and Canadian champion will face off in a non-title match for both. I don't think they've actually fought each other since like a moment I wrote in the Rumble last year, where Monkey Bong was like the Iron Man, but that's happening at Rebellion as well. The American champ and the Canadian champ in Canada. It's in Toronto. And then Kier 1 will face the Alpha Dog as well at Rebellion. And we also have here Skydome Stampede hardcore match. FBU. Okay. Bastion, the FPL Continental 2-time Tag Team Champions, BeerMe Jesus and the GMSG, and newcomer Bro King Nerd versus the Kings of the Night, which is the full apparent 4-person team name we have. Jonathan C.T. Martin, Sebastian Escobar, myself, and Red.
Some good stuff.
In Toronto. You come to my house for the first time.
It's true.
In FPL history. I have to win, right?
It's going to be like Steve Backlund and Alexander.
Right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. If I told you I started reading this match already, what would you think?
I would believe you.
So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Miley is currently at the window trying to get out. It's not happening. But you have a match to announce, don't you, BeerMe?
I do.
You have Rebellion and you have Backlash, I think, right?
Yep, I have one Rebellion, one Backlash. Or no, I have 2 Rebellions, actually.
Okay.
And one Backlash. So
yeah, I don't have the logos for those
Rebellion,
yet, so it's still WrestleMania on there. So, what do you got for Rebellion?
So for Rebellion, for my first match, I have James Costner versus Billy Grayson. It will be James Costner's birthday open challenge. That's who's challenging for it. Or answering it, I should say.
So the newcomer goes out there against Costner, who's had this change of heart in character chat. He's a good guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it. He's renouncing a lot of the bad. And Billy Grayson, the brand new hot face who turned heel at Mania, is going to face him. So yeah, I'm intrigued by that. What else do you have?
I have our double champ James Blake will be taking on the Gaffer at Rebel.
Interesting. Gaffer
for the FPL European Grand Prix Championship.
Oh, that's the title. That's a title match. Okay, so
yeah.
The best part about that is the Gaffer could literally pin the world champion. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the reality we're dealing with here. That's the reality we're dealing with on this. Yeah, that's the reality of all this. It's kind of crazy. Do you have any Backlash matches, or is that it?
Yeah, I have one Backlash match.
Oh, okay.
It will be Black Cross Light, Atlas Kiyama, and Jason Blades versus the FTT, Rick Gillen, and everybody's favorite, Billy Grayson.
This is the new hotness. Also on that show, like I said, the tag titles, must see good guys in the MBPA. The American title is a steel cage match, JJ Rocky and Mark Harper, and that match as mentioned. And, oh, look, the North American Clash is back. The first round will be hardcore matches on one side, of course, for the American, and Watson Rules for the Canadian on the other. And then, of course, the semis will be Watson and Canadian, or Watson and American. And then the final will be a straight-up normal match. Winner gets to pick a title shot against the American champ or the Canadian champ, whichever they pick. So the Canadian winner could go all the way and then challenge the American or vice versa. So we'll see what happens there. But, yeah, it's a crazy, crazy time right now. So much stuff going on with everything, and it's a lot. And I have a dog who's very wanting to go outside and keeps jumping up and keeps getting in the shot, and it's probably very adorable for everyone to watch and see. I try to go over to the other screen here. Yeah, she keeps jumping up. She's a good girl. Yeah, she's a good girl. Yeah, good girl. That's the microphone. Yeah, good girl. So I think we'll cut it there, BeerMe, because she clearly wants to go outside. Do you have anything else you want to say, though, after Mania? Like I said, I'm going to thank everybody again for putting in their picks, putting in their stuff, doing their promos. hanging out in voice chat, doing the character chat since. It's only been a few days. Like, it's not even been a full week yet, because Supercard was like a week ago tonight, and it's just been insanity. So I want to thank everybody again for being part of that. I know the Rumble's really our anniversary time, but Mania is the big deal. It is our third Mania, and I think it's our best one we've had yet. I look forward to the next, and look forward to see what happens and go in the future. So thanks everybody for that, as always. How about you?
Thank you everybody for putting in all your picks and making this our biggest FPL yet, or FPL event yet. So, good luck to everybody in the next year, and I will also see you all at Rebellion. So, take care.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass there. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you at Rebellion next weekend. It is a Sunday, I'm noticing here. So it is Sunday, not Saturday, not Friday. Impact's on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind. So I'll definitely be there in the live event. That is, again, through our Discord. You can get that down through the YouTube channel here. It's Frontline Prediction League. Go through there to our Discord for a live event, for all these results, for the picks pages, for the promo stuff. That's all through that one. And again, it's a Frontline League on Twitter. You can follow along there and see all the good stuff as well. So for BeerMe, for CT, Red, and GMSG, and for everybody involved with the FPL, thanks again, everybody. Have a good night.